Hey, shalom, shalom. Giving our praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Hodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that teach with all truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim, you hopeful elect that puts the truth with all truth and sincerity. All right. Also, shalom to you, believers, and shalom to you, sincere Akwat as well. Shalom, Brakatham, and Abba Babal. This is your brother Zakar Alban coming back with another video. This will be pretty much going into knowing the meaning of words, all right, which comes with what, being diligent and studying, okay. And also, you know, once you know the meaning of words, and once the Most High start working with you, all right, all this goes into the Most High open up your mind, okay. You will not be tossed by every wind of doctrine, as I'm going to grab, okay. And that's one of the things that the apostles always pushed, okay, is know what the meaning of words. All right, so this is the book of Ephesians chapter 4, and start verse 14. We'll go straight to the point. All right, this is not going to be a long lesson at all. I'm gonna hit the points, then I'm gonna close it out. But it's the book of Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 14, and it reads that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine. All right, by every wind of doctrine. All right, no more. Now the Most High has opened up your mind, all right, to what? To be able to first and foremost be a student, all right, because we go to the word disciple, go to being disciplined, all right, because not everyone is able to be a student, okay, student of following the correct teaching, all right, the doctrine according to what the precepts, all right. When we go to the book of Psalms 119 and verse 104, I quoted it. I gotta grab it real swift. All right, because people say doctrine all the time, but the doctrine according to the scriptures really goes into the precepts. Psalms 119 and verse 104, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. All right, so hate every false way. Because once the Most High put a spirit, the Holy Spirit on you, the Ruach HaKodesh on you, now you are able to not be tossed, not be following the ways, as we're going to continue to read, the sleet of men, right? Said that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleet of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive, man. Okay, to deceive you with what? Their vain imaginations, all right, their vain religion, which goes into what? Nothing empty, okay. Now we are to do what? Reprove and rebuke those type of people, all right. Now I wanted to bring that out, to go into just know the meaning of words. And it's through the spirit. I was thinking about ultimately, all right, I'm gonna grab this. I was ultimately thinking about genealogy, pedigrees, and progenitor, because a lot of people still have the confusion about that they will look at, or matter of fact, they will say the word I'm mixed, or or they will say my mother is this, when ultimately it goes by what? The father. All right, to this very day, people still have a hard thing with understanding that that your lineage and all this go back to your father. Now, of course, we can't sit here and just trace it all the way back, but ultimately we understand that it goes by the Father, and our spirit bear witness that we are the sons of the Most High, loosely paraphrasing. Okay, so even when we go to the book of Numbers, right, me go to that word pedigree, as I'm gonna grab. All right, it goes into that, man. I was going to read right here on the Merriam Dictionary. All right, Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Okay, and as I said, the apostle always pushed that's good to know the meaning of words. All right, so this is for the word genealogy, and it goes to what? An account of the descent of a person, family, or group from an ancestor or from older forms. All right, and also when you go to that word ancestors, I'm gonna grab, okay, because like I said, I was just thinking about it, meditating on it, just looking up just words. All right, all this goes back to what? Forefathers. An account of the descent of a person, family, or group from an ancestor or from older forms. Regular descent of a person, family, or group of organism from a progenitor. See progenitor sense or other form, pedigree. All right. The same way, when you go to the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and 18, when it says, and they assemble all the congregants together on the first day of the second month, and they declare their pedigrees after their families, right? Your pedigree go to what? Your that particular line, that lineage, okay, of that particular tribe. But the word for progenitor, it goes into an ancestor and a direct line, forefather, right? Forefather, because the way you go back to being an Israelite or whatever nation, it always go back to your father. All right, even in the scriptures where there was a woman from the tribe of Dan. I grabbed that account. All right, but she had an Egyptian husband. All right, but that child was an Egyptian because it goes by what? The father, the seed, the sperma. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab that since I brought it out. I wasn't planning on it, but just bear me 1 second. See if I can find it. Okay, yeah. I'm grabbing it in a second. I say ancestor in direct line, forefather, a biological ancestor form. All right, but that's the point. But you see, it goes to what? Ancestor, father. Let's grab word for ancestor. Okay, it's a one from whom a person is descendant and who is usually more remote in the line of descent than a grandparent. Forefather, once again, forefather, forerunner, prototype. All right, so it all goes back to what? Your father. Okay, so when people don't understand the meaning of words, that's how they get tripped up. All right, because majority of the time people always say, well, my mother is this or my mother is that, which is all fine and dandy, but ultimately it goes by what? Your father. All right. For word for forerunner, one that precedes and indicates the approach of another, such as a pre-maternity sign or symptom. All right, Esau, Edom, you got different words, got paternal and maternal. All right, but it goes by what? Paternal, because ultimately goes back to the word, your father. All right. See if I can grab one more. Bear me 1 second. But back to the word for genealogy, progenitor sense or older form, pedigree. All right, I'm glad word for pedigree. Then I get the account that I quoted in the book of Leviticus 24, where it goes into the woman. She's from the tribe of Dan, and she married an Egyptian. All right, but ultimately that shows you that even though she was from the tribe of Dan, an Israelite, all right, she married a Hamite. Okay, and that child was not an Israelite. It had no rights because it came from that lineage of Ham, man. Salakia of the Egyptians. Okay. Pedigree, a register recording a line of ancestors. The pedigree traces the family back to the 18th century. All right, an ancestral line, lineage, the origin and the history of something. All right, the pedigree. Even when people they get into the dog breeding game, all right, it goes to what those pedigrees, that particular line, to trace back that particular breed of dog, to the particular line. Like myself, I have a pit bull. All right, so that's that pedigree. That it comes from that line. All right. A distinguished ancestry, the recorded purity of breed of an individual or strain. All right. Okay, now let's go to the book of Leviticus. Get ready to close it out. All right, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 24. And verse 10, and the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. All right, I'm grasping the NLT as well. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Yahweh and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses, and his mother's name was Shelamith, the daughter of Dabri of the tribe of Dan. All right, so she came from that line of who? Dan. All right, that was her pedigree. Okay. And they put him inward in the mind of, and they put him in word that the mind of the Yahweh might be showed them. And the Yahweh spoke unto Moses, saying, bring forth him that have cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, whosoever curseth his power shall bear his sin. All right. And this was what? A Hamite. Although his mother was an Israelite. Although his mother was from the tribe of Dan. They did not make him of the tribe of Dan, man. All right. But this goes into what? Knowing the meaning of words. Okay. Leviticus 24 and verse 10 in NLT. One day a man who had an Israelite mother and an Egyptian father came out of his tent and got into a fight with one of the Israelite men. All right. Now I was going to make a point. But ultimately, like Joseph, all right, Joseph had a an Egyptian, he was sold into slavery, all right. But ultimately, the Most High had favor on him, okay, and he was blessed, all right, and he received what? An Egyptian woman, okay, Manasseh and Ephraim, all right, and we don't understand that Ephraim became, the head of that, but their mother was what? A Egyptian, all right. And also, different tribes had certain Hamites, but those children came out Israelites, man. Okay, one day a man who had an Israelite mother and an Egyptian father came out of his tent and got into a fight with one of the Israelite men. During the fight, this son of an Israelite woman blasphemed the name of the Lord with a curse, so the man was brought to Moses for judgment. His mother was Shelamith, the daughter of Debri of the tribe of Dan. All right, but that's pretty much the point. All right, just showing that ultimately still are what? His father was an Egyptian, so that line, so he'd be from that line, man. Okay. Yeah, so that was pretty much the point. I just want to bring out a few things. All right, you go to the word for ancestor. Matter of fact, let's grab it one more time. You go to the word ancestor or genealogy. All these words just ultimately goes back to forefather. All right, see, ancestor, because people always say my ancestor or my ancestor this, and then they want to throw in their mother side of the family, and they want to, no, it goes by your father. All right, they say one from whom a person is descended, and who is usually more remote in the line of descent than a grandparent. All right. So all these, knowing the word for ancestor and genealogy, it's all about knowing the meaning of words. Because once you understand the meaning of words, then you understand, okay, now I understand that it all goes back through my father. Okay, and right here got what? Forefather. All right. So yeah, so that was pretty much the point. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be a long lesson. Just had a few things I wanted to say through the Spirit. All right, a few things I was just thinking about and meditating on through the Spirit. So I'm going to end it there. I'm going to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha, Hodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that teach with all truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim, your hopeful elect that puts your truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, believers, and shalom to you, sincere Akim as well. Shalom, Brakatham, Abba, on to the next.